Let's go. Hello and welcome back to Sisterly Sparks. I am Orange Spark.
All the way, period. And this is Purple Spark.
And together we are Sisterly Sparks. And today we are bringing you another podcast episode about false narratives. But before we dive into that, we are going to do a mental health check-in. So, Purple Spark, how you doing?
Horrible. I feel horrible. I feel like how I look right now. I feel so horrible. It's disgusting. I feel nauseated. I feel like I don't have no energy. I can't move. It looked like I'm tired or whatever. I'm actually just getting up from a nap. I feel like so I shouldn't be, but I feel horrible. Anyway, you.
Well, from your Orange Spark sister and the Spark gang.
This one right here. Look, y'all, she got her hair done. You know what I'm saying? She got her orange glasses on, glossing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You see what happens when you get yourself together a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You see how you spruce yourself up?
It matters.
But I'm just saying, this is when you feeling low, when you feeling down, you feel like you ain't whatever, get like that. Because it changed your whole attitude, your whole mood. Okay, anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but on the behalf of all of us, we are so sorry to hear that. But your girl is feeling good.
She is. Look at this one. She's right. Oh.
I'm feeling good.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good. Good. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all that I remember what our last live was about, because I don't. But I feel like false narratives or either forgiveness was probably the topic. Don't talk stuff. I didn't go back to look at the YouTube, or at least, yes, I did. I tried to, but I didn't actually see the video. I seen like the topic, maybe. I don't know what we talked about for real though. So we're going to just piggyback and we're going to give a definition. I feel like I want to give the definition of authentic today, because I feel like it's just not happening and it's just not going around too much more. And I just feel like this world is just so full of fake stuff, just fake period, that we've adopted that transparency. So anyway, not to cut you off. I don't know what you was going to say. You could say it, but I just want to make clear what we're going to do or talk about.
No, yeah, let's dive into it.
Okay, so look at her, boy. She ready. Picture ready. Photo shoot ready. You know what I'm saying? Date night ready. You know what I'm talking about? Go have a drink at the bar and wind down ready. You know what I'm saying? Go sit at Yaya's, that expensive ass place, and eat till you can't eat no more. Ready. You know what I'm talking about? Ready. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
iPhone photo ready. Not Android ready.
Okay, like
we're not gonna what? What?
Portrait mode. Yeah. Peep it, clock it. Yeah.
Okay, so authentic means being true to oneself, acting in accordance with one's own personality. What I say? One's own personality, values, and beliefs, rather than trying to conform to external expectations or social norms. I'm going to put that in our story when we're done, because I need this to go around. I feel like because we try to be accepted sometimes so much, and we try to fit in into certain spaces and with certain people and stuff, sometimes if we see that what we're doing or who we are don't work, we try to adopt some of the beliefs and the ways that other people do things and what they say and how they act. We try to adopt that, take that on, so that, well, if you doing it, then if I do it, then I mean that means I should be included, right? That means I should fit in, right? Wrong. Sometimes it make you look like a fool when you're not being your authentic self, when you're not acting how you act, when you're not living in your beliefs, when you're not living with what in your lane. That comes out. It shows. It's not authentic. It's not true to yourself. It's not right. It's like one of them really really bad movies acting where you know they're acting yeah, and then they said that's just horrible, horrible acting, like camera, like and see the camera right there and you don't want to mess up, so you're saying you're going into this robotic state. That's horrible. Anyway, what you think on it?
I think that's a word for the peoples, because woo. But yes, I would agree. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Like, yeah, I agree. I think you said it great. Ain't too much to add.
Well then what would you think would be a reason, like what if there is a reason for you to feel like you need to step outside of yourself, or like what type of status do you feel like there is out there that's high enough to where it would get a person to want to step outside of themselves and act?
I got you. That it ain't, and for me, it ain't even that deep for me to do it. I am guilty of it real bad, and it's really sick to me. Like I didn't consciously do it. Like I didn't know that I was doing it. It was kind of subtly brought to my attention. What people would say, out of love, like, who are you in there? Or why are you acting like that? And kind of laugh. Like, and I'd be like, hold on. But I'm very good at, there's a difference. I am very good at reading a room and being able to adapt. That I am good at. Now, I also, what's not healthy is I know how to adjust to a room or to an audience or to a group of people. And I often found myself like adjusting or like carving parts of me or adding things so that I can be accepted amongst the group of people that I'm around. And let me tell you, it's exhausting. It's hard to keep up, like to not just be you. It's like a full-time job. Like who's trying to do that? And you're still you. Like it's kind of like putting on the well, for me, it's kind of like putting on the professional phone when you answer for a call center. Now, I've never worked at a call center, but you know that voice that they talk about, like it's like that for me. Like I can do that and I can be me. So, I found that it's very exhausting and I don't like it. And I really do it just to ensure, it's kind of like a protection for me, but to ensure that like I'm accepted and like it's okay. Like I test out the waters. Like I don't just go in that way. I go in me. But as I'm very observant, I just kind of, let me take out, test out the area, see what's what, and then see what's approved and not approved, basically, or allowed and not allowed. So
I feel like we all, in somewhat kind of a way, do it somewhat, whether it be intentional, unintentional, whether you know that you're doing it, whether you don't, because that is true. Like you're right when you say, like, I feel like everybody should be able to read a room. I feel like everybody should be able to pick up on different things or adapt. Let me just say that. I feel like everybody should know how to adapt to certain things. And it is, however, a difference between you adapting to something and not changing your ways, but adapting what
sacrificing your own beliefs
to handle or I won't even say to fit in, but just to handle whatever community or situation you in, versus you purposely setting out to be in a different space, be in a different mindset or whatever, because you feel like something is way bigger, like a person is either way more what's the word, way
More
more,
important.
yeah, way more
Their
important,
value is higher.
or the situation or the community you're around or whatever is way
So you
more
have to
better
inject yourself to
than
a
what you
certain.
have, right? So you just purposely doing these certain things and acting these certain ways because you have a need and not just a want for you to fit into these spaces.
Yeah.
um and she's right,
Compromise.
like you can, after a while, like it do become second nature when we do like little stuff like that, but after a while you begin to see it. And just like Orange Spark said, when somebody brought it to her attention, like, why are you acting like that? Or especially when people know you and when they like know your true self, you know what I'm saying? And then people can, they sometimes, and I'm guilty of me always saying, nobody knows me better than me. And yes, I agree to that, but two things can be right at the same time. So yes, I agree to that, but I also know that there's things that other people can see and can probably pick up on that you may not in that space and time. So yes, while I feel like maybe different aspects of people never being able to understand one person, however, you can see things and you can pick up on things and learn people by their habits. So that's up to you depending on what you're putting out there, because if people are learning you, they're either gonna learn the real you or the fake you. And which one do you want to put out there for people to pick up on? Because that's gonna be confusing for other people too. And then that's where they get into character shaming and uh your identity not being authentic and real. Like that's when you begin to get questioned, because it's like, well, you showed this or you was acting like this or you do this, but then after a while I seen and you was doing and you was acting like and you was talking like, so which one is it? So you have to be cognizant of what you're doing and how you doing, how you move, how you talk, how you promote yourself. It's like it's like we're basically walking advertisements for ourselves every day. We promote ourselves every day in everything we do, how we speak to people, how we talk to people, how we approach the people, you know, what we do, like how we carry ourselves, how we handle our kids if we have kids, how just everything we demonstrate that. And sometimes we get upset when we're not shown what we feel like, who we feel like we are and what we are. And I'm guilty of this, where I have a real I had a real big issue with people um speaking on my character that wasn't what I thought or I said it wasn't, or my personality or anything, like just people have an opinion about me, whether it be true or false, and giving it to someone else, and then they're interpreting whatever they're saying in their way that gives you whatever personality or whatever characteristic that they feel like it is based off of what someone said or what they thought or felt. So I that made me have to tap in and be like, okay, made me start questioning things, start looking at myself more, start looking at my actions more, start looking at how I talk to people, because I do have a smart mouth. I do have a RBF 100%. I can say that I do come off as non-approachable sometimes, and that's nobody's fault. It's mine. However, I understand that. I didn't think that was true. I didn't. So
you didn't make your face
like you're not even just anything. Like I'll be like, and that's really when the RBF will come up even more.
right.
Like, first of all, you don't even know me. Second of all, no, it's not. I'm easy to talk to, which I'm not lying when I say all this, but my outwardly expressions
and be intimidating
and everything is not equaling up to what I'm saying and who I'm saying I am. So all this time I'm like, the fuck, like what? I don't understand, because I'm the easiest person to talk to. I'm the easiest person to understand something. I'm the easiest person to feel empathy and sympathy for things and all that. However, because of the outside exterior, though, nobody can really see the interior, but my interior, somehow I let what I've been through and what I allow people to put me through and me to go through, I allowed that to over compensate who I actually am and what I actually stand for. And instead of me showcasing my real characteristics and stuff, the what's the word? The me being a wall. Me having this response, me having this need to rebuttal, or me having this need to not allow one's thoughts and expressions, I allowed that to overdo how I am. So instead of me just showing myself, I allow all this other stuff
to overshadow out
like, because the bad thoughts and all that, and the bad thinking and the negative stuff. So that's what I've showed. That's what I've been showing. And yes, we can have a moment of having to internalize like the things that's being done or said or whatever. However, I feel like we do have to work on, and I'm saying we because I'm including myself. I never exclude myself with nothing, but we have to work on not allowing it. Like, so what we have in our mind, we also need to change our train of thought too, because we need to start thinking positive. When we get a negative thought, not saying we're not going to get them, but when we do get them, immediately, you know how I be having smart remarks and smart comebacks real quick. I need to have those smart, really quick positive thoughts when those negative thoughts and negative ways is entering into, and then that positivity should seep out instead of that negative stuff. Because I want to be petty. I really do. Inside, I want to be petty. I have a lot of petty shit that goes through my head every day about everything. But I have to work hard, and I have to train myself, and I have to talk to myself. It's not worth it. Why are you doing it? Yeah, you could be petty. Yeah, you could say this, or yeah, you could treat somebody like this, but what is it going to solve, or what is it going to do? How is it going to help you? You know, you have to ask yourself those questions. You have to think really quick, because I mean,
it's easy to fall into it. For sure.
Right. And I feel like it is true. We do bring stuff on ourselves, whether good or bad, whether we want to believe it or whether we don't. It is just what it is. Like, and sometimes it's not always the other person's fault. Sometimes we do have to look at ourselves and think, like, because we are wired for responses. We're wired for reactions to things, and you can't control somebody's reaction to your action. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Whatever you choose to do, you can't also choose what that other person do with the information that you just gave. You just can't. So that's where we have to think about. everything we do, what we say, how we say something, all that. It's not really just putting other people in front of us or making other people more bigger than us or whatever, or kissing somebody's tail. It's none of that. It's all in about how the information is going to get back to you, how the stuff is going to get back to you, how that makes you look, how that makes you feel. Because yes, we could talk and we could say stuff all day, we could act all day, we can fight all day, we could rumble all day, we could all that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going to happen after you get those consequences of what you chose to do or what you chose to say? You can't blame that person. Well, you didn't have to do. Well, I didn't have to say what I said, or I didn't have to say how I said what I said. I didn't have to treat you how I just did. You know what I mean? So sometimes it is us having a look at ourselves. And I'm sorry, I'm just going on and on. We only got about a good 10 more minutes, but I'm gonna stop talking and let Orange Spark pick up and if she have anything to say from it. But I just feel like we do need to just really start thinking about some of the stuff that happens and goes on and stop wanting to feel sorry for ourselves sometimes with some of the stuff we do or some of the situations that we find ourselves in, because if you look deep down, we are our own downfall sometimes. So with that, I'm gonna pass it on.
I agree. It's hard to admit, but we are a lot of times our own downfalls. And yes, the truth do hurt. Thug it out. Yeah.
I just go eat a honey bun. Like I want one right now, but I'm on a watermelon cleanse. I can't.
Ooh, a honey bun do sound fire.
Fire is
warm it up a little bit.
Don't even warm it up. Just sit it in my car because I don't got air. Sit in the car for about a good 30, 40 minutes. Go back out there when you have to go. Like when I leave right now, I could have had a honey bun in there. That shit is fire, okay? You don't even need no stove, microwave, nothing. You need nothing. Anyway, go. Come on.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah. It gets like that about snacks. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't got us off on food. This child don't even know where we at.
All I'm seeing is honey buns.
Listen, we gotta go, okay? we're gonna end this, okay? We're gonna end it because she said she agreed.
Yes,
we'll expound more on it. I promise I'll remember where we were, okay?
I'm taking notes.
But I did put a few questions up on our Facebook page that I would like us and everybody to engage in, comment on or whatever. I do feel like those are some questions that I feel like we need to ask ourselves. So when we go out here, when we get ready for the day and we go out here and we try to conquer our day and we try to get the day done and get it going, who are we showing up as? What are we going to allow ourselves to go through, or to what are we going to allow it to put in front of us that's going to allow us to choose whether we show up as ourselves, our authentic selves, or somebody else that we're trying to be, or something that we're trying to be in a place where we feel like we need to be. Like I feel like those are questions that's relevant. So please email, inbox, message, Facebook, maybe Instagram. I really don't know about Instagram. I ain't never been on Instagram on our page, so I feel like we don't have one. But TikTok, I don't think we have a maybe we have a listen, I don't know. Whatever channel you want
on all social platforms. If we don't have it,
Twitter, I do know. I do know YouTube. I do know Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe Snapchat. Maybe TikTok, but I'm for sure I know no Instagram because we had a problem with it. But our personal pages as well. Inbox us, call us if you have our numbers, text us, whatever. We're available. Just reach out. Let's spark these conversations. I feel like they all need to be had because sometimes all it takes, these are our therapy sessions. And as much as we say sometimes, oh, we need therapy, we need to sit in therapy, we need to go find a therapist, we need to do this, we need to do that. This is this is what therapy is. It's talking, it's saying things out loud so you can understand what you're saying, and you can put things in better perspective. That's all it is. So let's have our own therapy sessions without having to pay these big ass therapy fees and charges and stuff that sometimes not covered through insurance. And I ain't gonna get on that. However, yeah, let's get it going. But with that, I'm gonna pass it to Orange to close us out. I do appreciate y'all for chiming in or looking at this. Y'all didn't chime in now, but you better hit that replay. Better hit the like. Go ahead, hit the share. And hit that comment.
Yes. Yes. Be sure and subscribe to our page. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We dived in a little bit to false narratives, and we will be back again with yet another episode about false narratives to follow up on this one. We hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week to spark conversation.
And one more thing, if y'all have questions or y'all have topics that y'all think we should cover, please write that. Please send it. Please let us know. Sorry. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yes. No. Yeah. You can comment under this video. You can message us on our email. You can message us on Facebook. However, please, let's spark the conversation. We would love to have that conversation with you. Also, we often post. It might be throughout the week or right before we get on the podcast, and you can also interact with us in the comment section on different topics. So yes, tune in with us. We can spark great conversation, and y'all know sparklers are cute. So let's do it.
All right.
But on that note, I'm Orange Spark.
And I'm that purple one.
And we out of here.
We out.